Alright everybody, Slay the Spire, hello, welcome back, good to see you. Episode 4, I believe, something like that, standard daily climb, whatever it is, let's go ahead and play. Upon request, we're going to play the Silent today. So I've been playing the Ironclad for a few episodes now, we're Ascension level 2 actually, so we've won like 2 out of our 3 runs as the Ironclad. And someone in the comments said to go ahead and try another character as well, I think probably because it locks. Yeah, we need to unlock it by playing with the Silent. So we got to go ahead and do a few runs with other characters as well to increase our pool probably. Since apparently the game doesn't even start until Ascension 20, so we got a long way to go guys to climb this tower. But yeah guys, it's good to see you. Let's play the Silent. They start with the Ring of the Snake. At the start of each combat, gain 2 additional cards. Okay, cool. So higher starting hand. For the first hand, it seems. So I guess like your run is gonna be more consistent. It seems they're a cool little guy. They kind of look like the Nemesis. Now that I'm seeing them like standing, they have like the head or whatever plus the green cloak. I mean, obviously it's not the big scythe, but it's got a little dagger. Greetings, hello, hello Nemo. At least confront the first boss. Cool. Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. Let's go with this one, guys. That seems like a good one. I mean, 7 HP sounds cool. They do have... There seems to be less starting HP, right? They start with some strikes, some defense. Seems pretty much similar as the guy. But they also start with a card called Survivor. Gain 8 block, discard 1 card. As well as neutralize 0 mana, apply 3 damage, apply 1 week. Okay, interesting. Granted, sure. Hey guys, it's good to have you guys back in the hot seat with us. Let's go ahead and maybe try to cheese an elite. Yeah, shall we? It seems impossible. But maybe we can like, you know, be so healthy that when we get to the elite, it's a free win. Let's go ahead and do that. It's been a hot second, guys, for sure. And that is not without good reason. I mean, obviously, if you don't follow... if you don't follow VTubers at all, and you know, I'm like the only VTuber you watch, probably... have no idea, but shit's been going down on the social media recently. Dagger throw, draw 8 damage, draw 1 card, discard 1 card. A cool little cycling card for 1 mana. Bouncing flask up. Oh, this is a poison character. Apply 3 poison to the random enemy 3 times. Poison creatures lose 1 HP at the start of each turn. So lose HP at the start of each turn, poison reduced by 1. So it's like, okay, so it's like, if they have 3 poison, they'll take 3 damage and go down to 2, if I'm reading that correctly. Flying Knee. Deals 8 damage, next turn gain 1 mana. Next turn gain 1 mana. So this turn you kind of just take a loss. I mean, it's not a loss, it's just a better strike. It is still just like a strike plus. I guess Dagger Throw's a strike plus, but this is a strike plus, and the next turn you get a benefit. Seems good too. These all seem really good. Honestly, like... the first selection is all good cards. I kind of like the idea of poison. But Bouncing Flask is a little expensive, guys. 2 mana for apply 3 poison. So this is 9 poison across the enemies. It's 9 poison to 1 guy, or like 3 poison across the board, which is, I mean, it's random, so it could be like 6 and 3, or like, you know, 6-3-0, or like a 3-3-3, or like, you know, 9-0-0. It could be. Let's go for it, guys. I like the idea of a poison build. I mean, obviously, if there's 1 card that applies poison, there's got to be more cards that apply poison. I love to see a big poison tick. Yeah, guys, if you do follow YouTubers, or sorry, VTubers, you probably are aware of how it's going with the space. There's like a big VTuber group that just recently disbanded, and that's been ailing the minds of many a souls. A strange blue humanoid with a golden helm ? Approaches you with a huge smile. Hello, friend. I am Cleric. Are you interested in my services? The creature shouts loudly. I can either heal, remove a card from my deck, or leave. Let's go ahead and remove a card from my deck. I think we're gonna move a defend, mainly because, you know, we already have Survivor, and so if we have a defend, basically it's like, I would much rather have drawn the Survivor in all cases. Okay, I did also read in the comments, someone said to keep your deck small, and honestly, which is like kind of like counter to real life, or you know how I feel about my life. Like I keep my deck size pretty big. And so it's kind of a surprise that this game, you know, wants you to keep your deck small. Let's go ahead and lose 11 HP to get some gold. Unlike the Ironclad, this character doesn't come with the blood, so I'm gonna have to be careful. I'm gonna have to be careful and try our best not to take too much damage, because they don't have a heal at the end of combat. So any damage I take does stick, unlike the Ironclad. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. And I did see a route as well. Blade Dance gives me 3 shivs. 1 mana for 3 shivs, so this is 12 damage. 1 mana, 12 damage, not bad, guys. It is not bad. Let's see. Okay, but it's 3 of them, so it's like if I had a card or a combo that's like, oh, you know, for each time you played a card, deal damage, or like maybe I had one of those relics that was like, you know, every time you play a number of attacks, draw a card, then this would be probably better. Because not only is it 12 damage, it's also across 3 different attacks. And if I could find ways to buff myself with like a strength or something, then like I would do even more damage, because this is 3 attacks instead of 1. 4 times 3 is much more beneficial to like gaining strength than per se just was 1 times 12. Because 1 times 12 only gains the strength 1 time. Piercing Wail. All enemies lose 6 strength this turn. This could be like a good pocket pick. You know, it's like it comes in clutch when the enemy hits you for like 30 damage. And you're like, oh, I only want to take 24 damage. Or if they take like or they do like 6 times 3, then they're doing 0 times 3 all of a sudden. That's pretty good. Endless Agony. Deal 4 damage. Whenever you draw this card, add a copy of it to your hand. Interesting. This seems like it could be... It's like kind of in a similar vein as a Shiv, but it's like it has exhaust on it. So, you kind of like you don't want to play it the first time around, it seems. You know, because that you want to... Or like whenever you draw it, you gain 1 copy. So I guess you can... you know, when you draw this card, you get 2 of them. Okay? And I guess you want to play 1 of them and keep 1 of them in your deck, so you constantly cycle back a free attack. But it doesn't seem like very synergistic with my deck so far. I think we're gonna go ahead and take Piercing Wail. Mainly because it could come in clutch and save me for the early levels. Maybe we'll end up removing it later on, but let's try to cheese this elite by not finding a boss fight. Oh, what the hell is this? You walk in by an eerie statue holding several masks. Something behind you softly whispers, "Stop." You swerve around to face the statue, which is now facing you. On closer inspection, it's not a statue, but a statuesque, gaunt man. Is he even breathing? Face, let me touch. Maybe trade. Lose 7 HP and gain 75 gold, or 50% good face, 50% bad face. That sounds kind of scary. I think we just take the... I mean, you know what? I kind of want to see what the faces do. Like, I'll probably, like, you know, is someone in the comments going to say, like, this is a terrible idea, but I've never seen the good face, bad face. I kind of want to see what the results are. And so, you know, we learn by pain, guys. Let's go ahead and take it. For me? For me? Yeah, oh yes, yes, yes. You see him... You see one of his arms flicker and your face is in its hand. Your face has been swapped. Nice face, nice face. Start each combat with weak. Fuck. That's bad, right, guys? Okay, that's bad. If we lose, guys, it's not my fault. I was enticed by the promise of a good face. Dreamcatcher. Whenever you rest, you add a card to your deck. Cool. And then let's see. Eviscerate costs 1 less for each card discard this turn. Deal 7 damage 3 times. Cool. Dagger Spray. Deal 4 damage to all enemies twice. Okay, cool. Gain 4 block. For 0 mana. Could be not bad to get an early, like, AoE card. Although I'm kind of looking for poison cards, guys. Where are my poison cards? Let's skip. Let's skip it. Go ahead and fight this guy. Double wormies. They call me the wormy guy because all I do is worm Worm no matter what. And I'm gonna play, probably gonna play Bouncing Flask, Strike into Neutralize. And this way, they'll both have shields which will drop on their turn, then take the poison damage. I can finish them both off next phase. That guy's already dead, isn't it? Green bar means fully dead next turn. Okay, well that's good for us. Then we just need to kill this one guy then. Very, very simple. Strike, strike. A sharp blade finishes the work. As Camille says from League of Legends, well-laid plans at the end of your turn retain up to 1 card. That seems cool. Dagger throw seems cool as well. Acrobatics, draw 3 cards, discard 1. Oh, it's like a hand cycle. I like dagger throw, guys. It's just a better strike overall. Plus, you know, could be good for us. I think we're good. I'm still kind of getting used to this character. It seems like this character is like obviously it's a roguish type. It's a roguish type, and so we're probably looking at cards, a lot of cards that, you know, either apply poison or like do like fast attacks. So a lot of cycling is what it seems. You know, the Ironclad is like the big burly guy, so he has a lot of like, you know, self buffing and like defense. So I'm suspecting that this character may not have like a lot of defense, but maybe ways to dodge attacks, and then like a lot of like fast attacks. So like shivs, you know, it's like then you get like a card that's like, oh, your shivs maybe increase damage, or it's like for every shiv you played this turn, you know, blast his face or something like that, you know. Let's go ahead and Survivor, toss a defend, dagger toss. Let's go ahead and just discard it, why not? We're not playing that anyway. We're going to block this whole attack. 12 attack is nothing to laugh at, nothing to sneeze at. 12 2 turns in a row kind of sucks. Maybe we're going to go ahead and Piercing Wail, neutralize, strike. And so we'll take 4 damage instead of 12, which is not terrible. Definitely hurts still because I don't have the demon blood. So any attack does stick. And he's doing 7 plus a debuff this turn. I could do a, you know, a Bouncing Flask block. We'll take 2 damage, no big deal. Just stack up the 9 poison. It's like a, you know, like Bouncing Flask is like better than 2 strikes, you know? Like I'm always willing to play it because it's so good. Neutralize, dagger toss. Let's just do strike, and that's a kill. So I'm learning this character, guys. It's definitely a much different kind of character than the Ironclad. Dagger spray, cool. Flechettes deals 4 damage to each for each skill in your hand. Deadly poison. The reason I like poison so much is because, so a strike does 6 damage, okay? Poison technically does 5 damage, quote unquote, but it's like factorial, you know? It's like it does 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, you know? So in total, right, instead of just doing like 6 up front like a strike, instead you're doing, what is it, like 15 damage? Yeah, 15 damage over the course of many turns, which is like, so it's great if, you know, it's you're losing 1 damage up front for like a lot more potential damage. I like it. Let's take Deadly Poison. And we'll go ahead and probably, you know, I was gonna lean towards fighting the elite, but maybe it could be dangerous, guys. You know, if we fight the elite and it goes sour, then we're kind of in a bad spot. Because after the elite, we had to then fight like 3 more dudes to get to a healing point, which might not be for us. Although, you know what? Does this just give me 5 max HP forever? Okay, I mean, I'll take it. You know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Let's go ahead and fight the elite. I mean, I'm not a beggar or a chooser, but I think it's fun. Fighting elites is fun, and fighting this elite is not fun. Maybe this was a mistake. And I'm weak on the first turn as well. So let's just defend. Okay? I know I drew into many strikes, but I've been given the gremlin mask. Maybe this will pay off, you know? Maybe like I'll meet him like halfway across the next chapter, and he'll be like, "Thanks for the face, dude. Here's a reward." Or maybe not at all. Maybe I'm copium. Maybe I'm just straight up copium, guys, you know? Piercing Wail. Let's go ahead. Oh, I can't apply. Does this... I realized my mistake. I realized my mistake the second I cast it. against the sentinels, against these sentries, is that Piercing Wail is a debuff. And they all come with Artifact 1. Let's go ahead and drink the Artifact Potion. So I can, you know, stave off this guy's negative days. And we'll go ahead and apply Deadly Poison to one of them. And we're going to just Survivor here, guys. I don't feel like a Survivor at all, but, you know, Bob's your uncle. I'm taking 10 damage this turn. I don't feel great about it. The artifact doesn't block the negative effect. Lesson learned, guys. When they say negative effect, they don't mean debuff. I guess only when it says debuff, it means debuff. I'm a fool. 7, 3, 3. Not bad, not terrible. Let's go ahead and neutralize this guy, and we'll defend a little bit here. So he's only going to do 1 damage to me. The poison stacks on all of them. Hoping to draw my poisons again. I would love to see some more poisons in hand. I'm already 15 cards in my deck. Call me Mr. 15-incher. Let's go ahead and discard 1 daze. So we can find 2 strikes. Let's kill this guy. Mods, ban this guy. Bam, man. I do apologize. You know, I've been trying to be on a roll. I did say I was going to try to post like 1 of these every day, or like try to post 1 of these every day. But you know, sometimes like things happen, and you just gotta take a little bit of a time off. Let's go ahead and just play the strike here, and then yeah. But yeah, some big, you know. I think it's really interesting the way it is. Like if you just watch VTubers, I think it's definitely a different experience than if you are also like a VTuber in this space as well. You get like 2 different sides of the story, you know? And also you see different kind of stuff. Like if you're just a VTuber watcher, obviously you just, you know, enjoy the gameplay. You know, you just enjoy the good times. But if you're also a VTuber yourself and you find yourself needing to be on social media, then sometimes you can find yourself, you know, having to either engage or see some petty drama stuff. And I mean, this time it wasn't petty drama at all. Orichalcum's really, really good. I like it. Nightmare. Choose a card next turn, add 3 copies of it to your hand. Exhaust. Whoa. So I could be like poison, poison, poison. Okay, I like it. Footwork is good too. Gain 2 dexterity. I mean, Orichalcum's gonna be really good. Go ahead and take Nightmare. We're against the slime. But yeah, some guy got doxxed recently. He was a pretty big, or not recently, but he was a pretty big VTuber. A friend of mine that got doxxed, and he, other bitch was stirring some trouble still. And so, you know, I think it's really interesting because it's like in these times of quote-unquote adversity, you find out who your friends are. Okay, he's at 50-something HP. He's at 40-something HP. I don't want to go below 35, so I can do another one of these. And then he's gonna do his move, and then next turn he'll split. Or sorry, this turn. Oh, the ordering is. If I'd known that, I would have waited. If I'd known that, I would have waited, guys. I won't lie to you. I don't really want to duplicate 3 strikes. I think we're just gonna probably strike. Maybe we'll just we'll add some block to my blockness. The blockness monster. Yeah. Super sick, man. I love being frail. I love being old and yeah, just stack it up on me, man, and see if I care. Like really see if I care. Dagger toss, split up. Oh, he's not gonna split because he doesn't have split. Ooh, discard the defend. I mean, I'm frail anyway. I think. Wait, does this make me take? It just gains 6. Does this get prevented by frail? I guess we'll find out. I could just kill him. I think that's what I'm just gonna do instead of finding out. I'm not about to f around and find myself in a harrowing situation. So we're just gonna play it on the safe side, shall we? How about you get neutralized? How about you get striked? Oh, how about you get bouncing flashed? And then how about you take another poison to the nose piece, and then you die in 2 turns. I do gain 6, so the Orichalcum goes through. The Orichalcum goes through the Frail. That's good to know. I'm glad I effed around and found out very quickly early on in my career. Choke. Deal 12 damage whenever you play a card. Okay, yeah, so this would be good if I had the Blade Dance, actually. If I had Blade Dance, this would be really good. Because then I could choke and then, like, equip a bunch of shivs and then just, like, go ham. I'm sure there's other ways to also get shivs too then, or, like, other similar zero cost, you know, zero cost abilities. It seems like she has a lot of them, you know? Maybe like when you upgrade it, you get like 5 or like 6, you know? And then maybe there's like one that's like, oh, whenever you gain a shiv, gain a second shiv or something like that. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. But it seems like this like zero cost, you know, attack kind of bullshit is like... so choke is kind of like the linchpin card for that kind of archetype. Whereas I'm going kind of like a poison build, and so... I'm looking for cards that apply poison. I think Leg Sweep would be good here though, because applying 2 weak and 11 block would be good for me. Generally, it's like the strategy of a poison build is kind of like a little bit of attrition. So when you apply the poison, and because the poison takes every turn, like you want to be alive for more than one turn. It's definitely like a slow play, whereas the choke shiv combo seems kind of like a fast play. And so we're gonna take Leg Sweep so we can hopefully stay a little bit healthier. We're gonna fight this Slaver's 47 HP. They call me the Slaver Killer. I should have played Leg Sweep, but I think this is fine too. Let's just do block here. Oh, I should have just struck and Orichalcumed. I forgot I own this card. So instead of taking 7, I take 8 for my folly. We're gonna take it this turn, okay? We're gonna weaken him, and then we're just gonna strike. Okay? Lesson learned. Don't be a fool. Stay in school. So what? We get sober. So what? We smoke nothing, as Northern Lion would say. Where did that even start? I just like heard him say it in one video. Noxious fumes. Okay. I'm starting to see the vision, okay? I mean, obviously this is not our deck. But I'm starting to see the vision. Infinite Blades. At the start of your turn, get a shiv. Every turn you get 1 free shiv, okay? Blade Dance gives you like 3 more shivs. Or maybe like 4 or 5 when you level it up. So you're like 7 shivs in hand, you know? You master shivin'. And then you apply choke, and then you just like go to town and like hit him like 5 billion times, and the choke does like 60 damage. I can see the vision. Outmaneuver, next turn gain 2. Pay 1 mana this turn. If you got a slow turn this turn, then next turn you get 2. Noxious Fumes, at the start of your turn, apply 2 poison. This is what I'm going to take, because it kind of fits into our build. And I think we're going to skip out on this elite. I'm pretty sure this elite will kill us. And we're going to go ahead and run the next guy. 2 times 6 damage. Maybe we like Nightmare Deadly Poison. I mean, I feel like I should just like Bouncing Flask Deadly Poison neutralize this turn. Whichever one has more poison. I wonder if there's one that's like, you know. I wonder if there's a card that's like, when an enemy dies, like, send their poison to somebody else, because that would be huge, you know? Like, that would be really big. Okay, this turn, we're in no real danger, but I will Leg Sweep Strike. Just because. There's no really better play. Because, like, I feel like it's a waste, man. I would hate to waste 10 poison like that. I would love to be able to transfer it. And that was easy. And a card. Sneaky Strike. Deal 12 damage if you have discarded a card this turn. Gain 2 mana. So if I use like Survivor Sneaky Strike, it's a free 12 damage. Otherwise, the dead draw. I think this would be good in a deck that cycles a lot of cards. And like, you know, if I use it, like, you know, it's like kind of like it synergizes a little bit with Dagger Throw. So you throw Dagger and then you discard a card and then you draw into Sneaky Strike, and then you're like, okay, 12 free damage. Prepared. Draw 1 card, discard 1 card. I mean, this seems just really good. You know, it's a card that's like 1 less card, plus you make your deck more consistent because you get to draw 1 more card every time you do draw this. You know, quote unquote. Like you strip the garbage from your deck slowly. This is also good too. It's just a better block. Gain 5 block, draw 2 cards. Let's take prepared, guys. Since we have Orichalcum, I don't really want to emphasize cards that gain me block if I don't have to. Because sometimes I just want to, like, you know, I just want to pass without blocking so that I can take as much thing as possible. I think we're going to just do 3 block this turn because I'm a little loser. We're just going to block all the damage incoming this turn so that let our Thorns do the job, guys. We have Thorns from Bronze Scales, which is totally not borrowed from the Guardian. Okay, this is not cool. Good thing we drew Piercing Wail so that nobody does any damage this turn. We can start chipping away at their shields. Okay, and then we're going to take 0 damage this turn because we have Orichalcum. And they're going to take a bunch of damage as well because I have Thorns. It's kind of a good combo, guys. This defensive build kind of like seems really good. And now none of them are attacking, guys. Bouncing Flask, Noxious Fumes, Neutralize. Okay, and then they're gonna take some damage. I should have killed him first with Neutralize, so that Bouncing Flask would only bounce with 2 targets with a lot of HP. Because now, you know, it could have been better is all I'm gonna say. Okay, well they're both dead then, right? I don't have to do anything. I can just pass. Let's find out. Because the poison goes before them. That's perfect. Blessing of the Forge, really good. Flag Sweep is really good, but we already have 1. I don't think we need 2. Quick Slash deals damage and draws a card. Not terrible. Could be something to do, but I think we're gonna try to play defensive. Other than applying poison, I think mostly we're gonna be defensive. Riddle with Holes would also be really good with Choke. Right, because it's like every time you do damage, you do more damage. And so Riddle with Holes does damage 5 times. So that's 5 stacks of your boy, which I think is really strong. So I'm starting to see the Choke combo. Like if you find Choke early on, maybe it's a good idea. Let's go ahead and rest so we get some 46 HP up into the boss. Outmaneuver seems good too, although I kind of feel like every turn I'm playing like all of my stuff. Maybe Outmaneuver will pay us dividends later on. Let's go ahead and pick it up for now, and then, you know, eventually I want to visit shops to remove my strikes in defense, right? And so I think this is fine for now. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to fight the Hexaghost. Oh wait, sorry. Huh? I thought it was... Sorry, I must have saw the boss label. Oh yeah, it's the scales on the side. For some reason I saw the diamond, I thought it was Hexaghost. But this makes much more sense. Let's go. I mean, this is a great turn to outmaneuver since, you know, turn 1 it kind of... I don't really want to draw cards that I can't play. So we're going to... I probably should have dagger tossed first to see if I drew into a poison, and then if I didn't draw into poison, then I would play outmaneuver. Okay, that's right, this guy does 5 billion damage. Let's go ahead and Piercing Wail. Good thing we have, you know... Good thing we have a lot of defense. Let's go ahead and play Survivor last, and that way I don't have to discard a card. Upgrades all cards in your hand for the rest of combat. That is not a good feeling to take 5 billion damage, but this way we can Noxious... Okay, hold on. Let's see what happens if I increase Nightmare here. What happens? It costs 2 mana. Okay, cool. That means I can do this. And then we can, like, hold it on for now. And we'll just, like, strike, defend. And then, like, you know, next time if we draw that card with our Bouncing Flask, or with Poison, then we can just, like, duplicate a lot. There's Bouncing Flask. Might just be, like, a Poison Bouncing Flask angle. And this way, I don't incur the wrath of his Thorns either. Because I'm not really attacking him, you know? I'm not doing damage to his face, really. So the Thorns, I bypass Thorns, actually. My character is actually really good for this fight. Seemingly. Let's just defend. Defend, and also... I don't really want to strike here. Maybe we'll just... let's see if we can find a good card. I mean, Dash seems really good. I can't play it, though. Deal 4 damage, discards. Okay, let's just unload, then. Let's just unload. Seems not terrible. I wonder if there's like an artifact or a card that's like, instead of losing a poison, gain poison. You know what I mean? Defend plus. I mean, I'm gonna need it, guys. I'm gonna need defend plus. Let's go ahead, defend, outmaneuver. Okay, next turn he pops, guys. Next turn he pops. So I don't need to be afraid. Plus, his multi-attack is bad into me, you know? Okay, he's 35 poisoned. Mr. 35 poisoned. If I hit him right now, he's gonna turn. Applies 2 weak. Honestly, I don't want to use that. I mean, I could. It'll turn him for sure. But I kind of want to make sure the damage sticks. Let's go ahead and prepare. Okay, sure. Let's just dagger toss. Let's go ahead and discard this guy. I mean, he's not going to attack me this turn. Neutralize. Okay, so he is... Okay, he's almost dead, guys. He's 2 more ticks and he's done. As long as I can survive 2 more turns, it's over. Defend, defend. Defend, unload. Whenever... Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have gained block and then lost it by attacking. And then I would have gained 6 more block. But this is fine. I mean, I'm not going to die this turn. Let's just go ahead and play it safe. We can just pass the turn and let the poison tick. Next turn I just pass. And we got the win. It's pretty nuts poggers, you know, if I do say so myself. Okay, sure, let's just do this, and we're just gonna pass. And he should be dead. And that's all she wrote for the first boss. I do feel like a little bit... It's like I feel weaker and stronger. Ooh. This turn you play... Your next skill played is played twice. So it's like double tap, but for skills. Goes to the trade. At the start you turn, draw 1, discard 1. That's good cycling. Phantasmal Killer. Next turn attack still double damage. Wow. So this is kind of like, you know, the turn 1 is like a Phantasmal Killer outmaneuver, you know, nightmare setup on 4 mana, and then you next turn you draw into your choke and you draw into your shivs and then you go crazy. And it doesn't have exhaust, so every time you draw it, you can just play it again, and then you go crazy the next turn. So this seems like really good for those kind of like, you know, every attack then does double damage. So your Shiv, instead of doing 4, just starts doing 8, and then your Choke does like double damage as well. It's like 24, then it's like, you know, 4 each time. Sorry, like 8 each time. I can definitely see a world where that's crazy. For us, since we're doing a poison build, I think Burst is going to serve us really well. We can burst into Bouncing Flask and bounce twice. Gain 1 mana at the start of each turn. All enemies start with combat with 1 strength. Okay. Calling Bell. Upon pickup, obtain 1 curse and 3 relics. During boss fights, elites gain... Okay. So this is... Slaver's Caller is like, you know... When the fight really matters... you know... When the fight really matters, you got some mana. This one is like, you always got some extra mana, but they always are a little bit stronger. This one's gained 1 curse. I do have some ways to discard cards, but they're not really consistent, you know? I have Dagger Toss, and I have Survivor. And I also have Prepared, I guess. But maybe the curse is not so good. I could roll into some really good relics. You know me, Chad. I love... I love to gamble. I love to gamble. I'm really thinking about it. This might be like an trash tier, like F tier relic, but boy does it sound so appealing to me. Cannot be removed from your deck. Curse of the... So it doesn't actually do anything. It just like... It just curses me. It just like gives me a dead draw. That's not terrible. Start each turn, gain 1 dexterity. Start a boss combats, heal 25. At the start of your turn, lose 15 block instead of all your block. Wow, those actually are all terrible for me. Wow. Okay, well, they could have been worse. I definitely should have taken the 1 extra mana. You know, it would have been the smarter play, but I was thinking maybe this would be the more exciting play. You feel me? Alright. This turn they do 10 damage to me. I mean, it's technically 4 if I pass the turn. Or I can use leg sweep, outmaneuver, and take 0. Or I could just hit one of the guys 3 times. He'll fall to the ground. Bam, and now I take 0 damage. That's better. And that way he's like on the ground anyway, right? Is he ever gonna get back up off the ground? Or is he just like permanently? Oh, and then he takes 7 billion damage because he attacked me 5 billion times. Okay, let's go ahead and... Should we just Noxious Fumes? Let's see, add a power in my hand. Whenever your attack deals unblocked damage, apply 1 poison. Gain 2 intangible at the end of your turn, lose 1. Whoa. I like Wraith Form. That seems really good. That way I can just Wraith Form Noxious Fumes. And then Bouncing. I would love to burst Bouncing Flask, but I think I can only Bouncing Flask. Which is fine. Damn. Look at that. And they're all gonna take like so much damage from attacking me so many times. Because I have thorns. Okay, this guy does 0 damage to me and he's dead. I'm just, in that case I focus this guy then. You know? I'm pretty sure he's dead then, right? I'm pretty sure he's just dead. Because I have Orichalcum and he has hitting his face into my thorns. Wraithform seems really good. Crippling Cloud. Apply 4 poison to all enemies and weak as well to all enemies. Gain 5 block. Block is not removed at the start of your next turn. Ooh. Let's take Crippling Cloud first. We're going full poison build first. Full poison. Curse of the Bell. Go ahead and play Piercing Wail. We can totally legs. Let's just go ahead and Dagger Toss and toss away the Curse of the Bell. Neutralize this guy in the back. And we can strike. We'll take 1 damage this turn. Because Orichalcum only gives us 6. But that's okay. You know what they say? When you are in the 6, make sure to visit the CN Tower. Because that's where it's at. Let's go ahead and Crippling Cloud. Plus the Fumes will take a meager damage. Oh wait, these guys like steal my money. Oh my god, they have my money in their pocket. Okay, they're both defending. We can't let them do that. We can't let them get away with this. Okay, they're probably both gonna like... Where's my smoke bomb? They both... Okay. That's not... They're both gonna leave after dealing damage to me? Oh my god. Are you serious? Maybe I can kill one of them? I can't kill even one of them. That's actually disgusting. I should have tried to kill this guy. Wow. Wow. No way. So those guys kind of beat my ass. Ooh. Deadly poison too. If I had more poison, you know, it would have been better. But remove all my strikes, receive 5 bites. Lose max HP. Navigating an unlit street, you come across several hooded figures in the midst of some dark ritual. As you approach, they turn to you in an eerie unison. The tallest among them bares fanged teeth and extends a long, pale hand towards you. Join us, sister, and feel the warmth of the Spire. Sure, yeah, man. I mean, this is just like an upgrade to all my strikes. The tall figure grabs your arm, pulls you forward, and sinks his fangs into your neck. You feel dark force pour into your neck and course through your body. You wake up sometime later, alone. An intense hunger passes through your belly. You must feed. Cool, man. That's really sick. Let's go ahead and run into a shop. And remove a block. And terror. Apply 99 vulnerable. That's kind of insane. Backstab, innate, deals damage. Innate means start combat with it. Oh, that's cool. Whenever you use a potion, deal 5. Whenever you add a power to your deck, upgrade it. Okay, so that's like a different egg. Whenever you break an enemy's block, apply 2 vuln. Footwork sounds good. Backflip sounds good. Flying knee sounds good. Finesse sounds good as well. I think finesse is just really good. And we'll just leave it at that. Let's go ahead and fight the... this one has forces me into elite. That should be okay. Also, I do well against this guy too because he is malleable. He's malleable, but that is fine for me. You know? Because I am a G. Let's go ahead and do this. Do a little bit of damage this turn. Not going to be a lot, obviously. I could have also duplicated. I didn't want to duplicate bites because they are kind of like dead draws. They're not dead draws, but they're like... Maybe finesse wasn't so good because now I'd like... If I run finesse, then I'd... If I run finesse, then I don't gain 6 block from Orichalcum. I didn't think about that, actually. Let's go ahead and just like bite him. Go ahead and bite him, and he's gonna deal like 15 damage to me. That's not very cool, but we can make it back, you know? We can totally make this back. Burst deadly poison. Burst deadly poison. Poison deadly poison. He's gonna die in 2 turns. 22 poison in 1 turn. Nothing to cough at, nothing to sneeze at. Definitely something to cough at. Definitely something to die to. You know, plague style. Heal some HP. Maybe we can draw into another one. That'd be really cool. Okay. Let me draw into another one. Okay, we can draw into it. That's fine. That's completely fine. That's completely A-okay. Okay. Skill, poison. Endless agony. I don't think we're taking either of these. I think we're just gonna hit skip. A lot of enemies in this map. I would love to see an ability to live. Crippling Cloud is a great first turn addition. So I don't take 5 billion damage. I only take a little bit of damage. Let's go ahead and discard a bite. Let's go ahead and neutralize somebody. Let's go ahead and neutralize you. Yeah, why not? Probably do need to burn my skill this turn. It's not looking so healthy for me. Taking 14 damage in a turn is not exactly where I wanted to be in life. And so kind of annoyatron. Let's go ahead and take Noxious Fumes. The Nightmare, I'll be honest guys, the Nightmare isn't paying as much dividends as I thought. You feel me? I had a vision for Nightmare, and I think Nightmare doesn't really work with this deck. You know, like I'm not drawing the... Maybe I just don't have the correct card for Nightmare, but I never like feel like I want to use Nightmare, you know? Maybe because I don't have enough mana. If I had more mana, maybe I'd be more, you know, into it. I think I'm gonna be dead, guys. I won't lie to you. Okay, bouncing it all 3 times the wrong target. And this is 23 damage. Let's go ahead and bite him. And we'll pass. Bite, pass, and I think we're dead. Yeah. I think we're done. Oh, just 1 additional. Okay. Well, I will say the Silent feels much different from the Ironclad. I think that's really cool. It's like the Silent is like a completely different playstyle in both ways. There's 2 archetypes I kind of like scouted out here. This was kind of like a scouting run, you know, like see what kind of things exist in the Spire, see what, you know, cards exist. And judging by the way this run went, I can definitely see myself either... I think next one would maybe lean towards a deck that runs a lot of like shivs. I like the idea of choking them and then like shiving them to death. That seems really, really good. And I think poison might work if there are cards in the game that are like, oh, double poison, or like, oh, like poison transfers to the next guy. I think like as it stands with the cards that I've seen so far, like we're missing a few key cards. And I had an idea with the Nightmare as well, but the Nightmare didn't pan out. But I think maybe I just didn't play it correctly. I think maybe once we get some more cards and unlock some more cards, maybe we'll find we just were unlucky and we needed like a gold card that really like was the linchpin of the deck. Anyway, I think we're learning a lot so far. I appreciate all the comments as well on the previous videos that are like teaching me how to play the game. Really nice. If you do have some tips or like, comments or whatever, please leave a rating, and also, like it or dislike it. It doesn't really matter as long as you give me a rating of some kind. I appreciate it. And if you want to see more videos of this nature in the future, please do, give us a cool little subscribble. And yeah, man, I hope to post more in the future as well. I've been a rough couple days with the social media drama. I try to stay out of it, but this time around, unavoidable, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't involved. It's just a friend of mine. Anyway, yeah. So more Slay the Spire in the future, also other games as well. If you'd like watching live stream, I'm gonna be live streaming more on this channel as well, probably. And some other cool stuff in the works. So be on the lookout for announcements of those kinds. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay, peace. Peace. Light.